guys, Joe on it, coming back with another battle replay here for Rome 2. We have a 2v2 unfortified settlement, which unfortified settlements, I don't really see a whole lot of them actually. They are pretty good though. There's no walls that you really need to worry about, no archer towers, so it's pretty clean, just, you know, melee combat all around everywhere. So unfortified settlements, actually, if you guys don't really play them very often, I would suggest that you give them some goes, because they can be quite fun. So let's get into who we have on the battlefield today. We have Pergamon and Rome defending against two barbarian factions. We have Tylus and Swaby. Also, I'd just like to remind you guys, I am part of the Backseat Generals, myself, Gorm Milnir, and Lord Ellington, or Ellington Total War. We are in a collaboration as known. We are the Backseat Generals. I will put their links in the description below so you guys can go check out their content on their channels as well. So with that said, let's get into the army comps. We have Tylus here, who's being commanded by Unclutch. He has brought with him 14 units of his tribal warriors, and his general is an Oath Sworn. He has forces here, and he also has a couple of forces mixed in with some Swaby on this side, and 5 units of his tribal warriors on this flank. So he has spread out his forces rather far around, pretty much surrounding the city. Let's get to the Swabian army, who is being commanded by Buds Rome. He has brought with him 4 units of his round shield swordsmen. He's got 2 units of his Cimbri bowwomen over here, unit of berserkers and hexbearers, another unit of one of his units of swordbearers here, and a unit of riders of the hunt. Let's get over onto the other side here. He's got another unit of his riders of the hunt here, his other 2 units of Cimbri bowwomen. He's got 4 units of Bloodsworn here, another unit of berserkers. He's got a ballista here, and I know he has a general somewhere, but we can't see them just yet, obviously. This is a perspective of the defenders, so the attackers will be able to hide in some of the woods here, or brush, everything like that. Let's get into the defending armies. Rome here is being commanded by Bay. He has brought with him 8 units of veteran legionnaires. He's got 3 units of his legionnaire cavalry up over on this flank here. He also has brought with him 3 units of his Syrian archers. He's got 1 unit of velites back over here, defending this choke point over here. He also has brought with him a unit of vigiles here in their square formation. This is a medium spear infantry unit. His general is the normal general bodyguard from Rome. Then we're getting into the Pergamon army, who's being commanded by Charlie Sigzulu, who, dude, thanks again, sending in this replay. He's been sending me a bunch of replays in. Just want to get real quick, if you guys do have battle replays that you want to send in to me for me to cover, feel free to do so. You can send them to me through the Discord. Just you have to let me know what game it is and if there's any mods or anything like that, just to make sure that I have the mods to be able to cover the replays. Pergamon army is bringing, he's got 7 units of Galatian swords. He's got 7 units of the Ajima spears here. He has pretty much taken control, or is defending, I should say, all of the initial choke points here, aside of the unit of villages here and the unit of veteran legionnaires back over here. So Pergamon has taken it upon themselves to be the initial line of defense here for all of these choke points. He has also brought with him his 1 giant Greek ballista here. He's got 4 units of archers, 2 here in the town center, 2 here right behind the giant Greek ballista. Let's put this on to play, actually, get this one going. And his general is a unit of the noble cavalry. Oh, we can get a...
We must make them proud that we are their defenders. More than that, our Roman gods are watching. Make sure they are not ashamed.
Alright, that's coming from the defenders there. Let's see what's going on. So Tylus and Swaby are starting to move up all of their lines on this side. The giant ballista over here has already lost one of his ballistas, and here comes the Swabian general. This is another unit of their swordmasters. So seems that a lot of units are being pushed up on these outside flanks, and we have the 3 units of the legionnaire cavalry that were over here are getting some good charges in. onto some tribal warriors over here. Tribal warriors are in shield wall, so they will not take a lot of damage, actually. Legionnaire cavalry charging in here again. Let's see what kind of damage they can do. Nothing. Absolutely halted, actually. This cavalry unit has already lost 2 men. This has lost 1. And this unit has lost 1. So pretty good defense here. Shield wall is very effective. Good job there. Tylus is still continuing to move forward here. He's still moving some units up over here. Tylus has 4 of his units of tribal warriors over here as well. He's probably just trying to get a layout as they move further up. These units will no longer be hidden, so they're starting to be able to see the defenses that Rome and Pergamon here have. Let's see, the giant ballista over here for Swaby is taking fire, but I believe he is also returning fire. Yeah, they're reloading yet again. The Pergamon giant ballista had just fired another round. Actually, they're getting ready to fire another round. They are reloading as well. Tylus putting a unit of his tribal warriors into shield wall. Going to start moving them up very slowly here. The 2 units of the Cimbri bowwomen here have moved up. Maybe they're going to move up a little bit further to start getting some shots in on these defensive units. Swaby still moving up some more of his units on this side. Tylus moving up. So we just have a lot of armies moving around. Cavalry over here, Legionnaire cavalry, this unit has lost 5, 4, and 1 still here. No losses. One man has died from these 2 units of tribal warriors so far. That's amazing. Let's check real quick. 102 armor. And their melee defense is bumped up because they're in shield wall. Wow. Okay, so those are... Tylus has some pretty awesome units here. We have some Peal of Fire coming in from some of the veteran legionnaires. Ojima Spears tossing out some... We have, a lot of Archer Fire coming in here now also from these... who's firing? Is it just the... Yes, this Archer unit here is firing down onto some of the tribal warriors. Unclutch is moving some more of his tribal warriors around onto this flank that is defended. 2 units of Aegean Spears here holding these 2 choke points, and a unit of the veteran legionnaires over there. Combat has still not begun yet. Moving in, a unit of the tribal warriors here. Going to charge into some of the Aegima Spears, I should say. Ooh. Nice little volley back and forth there. Aegima Spears, sorry. It's taking some serious losses from the Cimbri bowwomen. It's kind of cool to see Cimbri bowwomen. Let's just take a look at them real quick. Hey, that's pretty cool. Some regular Viking women doing their part here in this attack. Swaby moving up some more of the Swabian Cimbri bowwomen over here, maybe to try and get some shots in on some of these auxiliary Syrian archers here for Rome. Another unit of tribal warriors getting some really good Peal of Fire in. This unit of Ojima Spears is already starting to lose decisively here against the 1 unit of tribal warriors. Auxiliary archers are now starting to take some fire in from... Actually, all 4 of the units of the Cimbri bowwomen have moved over to this location, and will probably start volleying up over the walls, up over the buildings here, into the Syrian archers. Big shots down. This unit's already down to 108 men. Another unit of the Syrian archers moving over for Rome to start trying to help here. 2 of the units of the bowwomen are getting some really good shots in onto the Aegima Spears here, who have formed into a square formation, which allows them to have a higher morale and bracing and melee defense, so they will be able to defend themselves from all sides here. Nothing going on this side just as yet. I'm going to guess just by where they have formed up, they will not be pushing at least all the way over onto this left flank here. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, 1 of the units of Legionnaire Cavalry has routed, but there's still over half of the unit left, so they will probably come back to the battlefield. The 2 units of the Riders of the Hunt have come over, trying to pin down the Legionnaire Cavalry here. Tribal Warriors getting into the combat as well. Legionnaire Cavalry starting to waver here. This unit is still doing rather well. The 3rd unit of Legionnaire Cavalry have regained their composure, so they will be returning to the battlefield at some point. No push over here from Tylus just as of yet, so our 2 main points of combat so far are these 2 streets here. The main street coming into the city and one of these side streets over here. Tylus does have 2 more units of his tribal warriors over here, maybe getting ready to push around into this unit of Vigiles. Let's check out the... So the German giant ballista here for Swaby is down to 1 ballista, which means that they will have a lot of ammunition to fire off, only having 1 ballista here, and the Tylus general still holding back. Actually, he's taking some fire. They already lost 20 men. So I guess that the ballista here for Pergamon had been putting some shots in onto them. Another unit of round shield swordsmen pushing in against a unit of veteran legionnaires here. Let's see, the Legionnaires have actually taken some losses, probably from the Cimbri bowwomen. Unit of Legionnaire Cavalry trying to get around into the archers. Let's see if they're going to be able... Yes, they can get around. Cimbri bowwomen are now undefended, trying to pull them out of combat. Unit of Tylus tribal warriors pushing in, and this unit of Legionnaire Cavalry has now been caught up by this infantry unit, so they will more than likely be cut down. The Cimbri bowwomen, though, are taking some serious losses. They have already lost half their unit, but there goes the Legionnaire Cavalry unit. So they will be gone. 2 units of the Legionnaire Cavalry still remain. One of them is running around over onto this side. I don't really see where he would be able to get a good shot in. I mean, the archers are all pretty well defended here by some of the Hex Bearers and Berserkers, Swordmasters. So that's not going to really be a very good avenue. Riders of the Hunt were chasing them down. They are going back in behind their lines here. Let's see what the Legionnaire Cavalry decides to do. Might be getting a little bit too close. Yeah, they're turning around, and it looked like that blue arrow. Yeah, they're going to run back, so they're going to get out of there. Let's get back over into the city here for some combat. We do have some archer fire coming in. Oh, sorry. Peeler fire. Wow, that's pretty good arms. You guys got some pretty good arms tossing them that far. Pretty good. Unit of the Ajima Spears here starting to break, or starting to lose a lot of numbers. Unit is losing, as it says it right there on the screen. So this unit of Ajima Spears, I'm going to guess, is going to come up and reinforce this unit here. We did have a second unit of Ajima Spears pull around and start giving this unit a bit of reinforcement. Ajima Spears pulling around. Unit of the Round Shield Swordsmen are breaking, sending in yet another unit of Round Shield Swordsmen from Swaby. We have a unit of the Tribal Warriors also following up. Ooh, good positioning there by these Ajima Spears. Bringing them around over onto this side. They're getting some good flanking fire into this unit of Tribal Warriors. Look at the numbers just dropping. I mean, I'm sure they're probably getting a little bit of friendly fire here, but that was well done there. Good job moving that unit over there. Unit of Veteran Legionnaires coming up over here. This unit of Legionnaires starting to lose combat decisively now, so they're going to need to get another unit up over here to help them out. Unit of the Tribal Warriors that were taking all of the Peter Fire are routing. They probably will return. Still 52 men in that unit. Ajima Spears have held their ground here, reforming their ranks. Probably going to come out and push. Oh no, they're just going to form a line here. Another unit of Tribal Warriors coming up. Ooh, good volley there. Tribal Warriors, good job. Killing a lot of guys with that Pila volley. We have a unit of Hex Bearers over here. Ajima Spears are now breaking. Hopefully their defenders are going to be able to get a unit over here to... Ooh, yes, okay, so these Legionnaires will be able to get in. Ooh. Tribal Warriors... Who hit them with Curse? Was that Hex Bearers all the way over there? They were able to get them? Or does Tribal Warriors have that ability? I don't think they do. No, they don't. That's these guys. So Hex Bearers hit them with Curse. Ooh, morale drop. Good job there. Okay, let's get over here real quick. Still no push over here on this side from Tylus. So it seems that all right here so far is where our combat is going on. Unit of the Round Shieldsmen have broken through. A unit of the Veteran Legionnaires here. They're going to be able to get around. push into this unit of Ajima Spears here, but they will have a lot of archer fire coming. There are 2 units of the archers from Pergamon in the town center. So these units here, this unit, Round Shield Swordsman, taking some archer fire up over the buildings, taking some peel of fire from the Ajima Spear unit back there. Another unit of veteran legionnaires exchanging words. Looks like exchanging words, throwing some pele into this unit of Tylus tribal warriors. A lot of arrows coming over the top of these buildings now. Unit of Round Shield Swordsmen starting to lose a lot of men, but we are starting to have some firing back from some of the Cimbri bowwomen. We have 2 units of the Cimbri bowwomen here getting some shots up over the buildings, and Pergamon is starting to pull his archers out. Rome is moving his general out of the town center as well. Still have artillery firing going off. Is this artillery still firing? Yes, he is. He is still firing. Let's see if we can follow that shot. I lost it. Looks like maybe he tried to fire into here. Don't see anything here. Okay. So the combined effort here from Tylus and Swaby have broken through this front line here. There is still a unit of Ajima Spears here, but they are being surrounded, and they're not probably going to last very long. Pergamon player realizing this is Charlie 6 Zulu, realizing that this unit's flank was completely open, he's going to pull them back behind. So moving into our second line of defense, I guess you could say. Frontline defense has been taken out by the Swaby and Tylus. Tylus is moving up his 4 units of the tribal warriors on this side, one of them pulling in behind this building here. We do have a lot of archer fire coming here, though, from 2 units of the Cimbri bowwomen coming in on this unit of archers. Archers returning fire here from the town center. Starting to lose some more. No. Wow. Wow. That was a good 12 to 14 guys killed on that volley. Pergamon archers getting out of there now, but still taking shots, getting hit from behind. Lost another 2 guys. Tylus and Swaby are pushing into the second line. Still wrapping up this unit of Ajima Spears. The Swabian general has pushed in as well. What ability did he just push? Headhunt. Okay, that's an attack, melee attack and morale boost, but at the end of it they will have a decline in their melee defense. Tribal warriors and round shield sword. Ooh, good shot there. How to... Right up over this building. Where is this? Right here. Right up over the building here. Took out... what was this? It was this unit. Took out a decent amount of guys over here. I can't exactly see what unit it was. I think it was this unit of Ajima Spears. We have a unit of Galatian swords here and the Greek giant ballista from Pergamon in combat, trying to hold back a unit of round shield swordsmen and a unit of tribal warriors. Tylus over here still holding form, holding their lines, just waiting for the correct opportunity, I guess. More fire coming from the Cimbri bowwomen into this unit. Now this unit of Syrian archers from Rome, taking some losses. Did that other unit of Pergamon archers die? Or did he get them out of there? Does not look like they got out of there. This unit's still full. 113, 115. So yeah, I'm going to guess that one unit of the archers here for Pergamon has been destroyed. Another unit, the unit here is just taking fire. Oh, God. But they are here serving a purpose. They are getting some flanking fire in on the unit of round shield swordsmen. We have a unit, the ballista crew here for Pergamon is starting to break. Tylus has pushed in again with some more of his tribal warriors into the Galatian swords. Galatian swords are coming out of this rear line. 3 of the units of Galatian swords have come out into combat here. We have 2 units of Galatian swords here, another unit here. Tylus is starting to make a push in for this road here as well, trying to give themselves another avenue to get into the unfortified settlement. Vigiles are in square formation. Their morale is dropping. As you can see, their dot here is yellow. So their morale is starting to drop, and their numbers are starting to, they're starting to get, the unit is starting to lose decisively. The Roman troops that were over here have pulled around to get back into the town center, or close to the town center, I guess, where the combat is. I mean, just look at this horde. This horde of barbarians coming straight up through this main street. Tylus and Swaby have taken over this whole front part of the settlement. And they have a lot of troops still here in reserves. It's the Roman cavalry still back over here. We have the Tylus general starting to push up on this side as well. Vigiles have composed themselves to a degree, but they are still losing decisively over here. So this push will probably end up being good in favor of Tylus. More Bloodsworn pouring in here, taking on some of the Galatian swordsmen and veteran legionnaires. 2 more units of Bloodsworn right behind them. So yeah, this is becoming a little bit of a problem. There's a lot of barbarians here, and I mean, Pergamon still does have a lot of units in reserve here. They have a lot of archers, a couple of units of spears here as well. Auxiliary and archers pushing around. Maybe they're going to try and get in behind these buildings, get some shots off, but they do need to be wary of the Cimbri bow women, because at any second they can just push back up and shred this unit of archers. Is this archer unit still... Yeah, they still have ammunition. They still have their bows in their hands. So okay. Combat has begun again here in this center. Bloodsworn is pushed into the unit of veteran legionnaires who are being backed up by a unit of Ijima spears. Vigiles over here starting to break. They are routed off the battlefield. Unit of veteran legionnaires have pushed up. So there's two units of legionnaires here defending this choke point, or this road. And the Tylus general is moving around over here as well. Good Pila volleys coming into this unit of tribal warriors, probably taking some losses there. This unit is pulling back. Unit here is still full strength, so they're probably going to push this unit in first. Okay, we have a unit of the tribal warriors in shield wall pushing up towards 2 layers of Ijima spearmen, when they also do have some archers here reinforcing them as well. A lot of Pila fire coming in. Let's see how well this shield wall does. So far only lost 6 men. So shield wall is being very useful here. Ooh. Okay, they are losing some more men here. I would say maybe get them out of shield wall now and just charge them into melee combat. But they are still marching up slowly. Look at all the Pila on these guys' shields. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's amazing. Those guys can still hold their shields up. Peelers are they're not light. It's a long piece of wood with a big ass metal spike on the front of it. The javelin. It definitely has some weight behind it. Tribal warriors here. 2 units of tribal warriors still fighting off some of the legionnaires and Ijima spears here. Another unit of Socii Hastade actually here waiting. Maybe getting ready for their opportunity. Galatian swords getting ready to push in combat as well. They're starting to move forward. Tribal warriors here starting to push up with the Oathsworn general from Tylus into a unit of veteran legionnaires. Pila fire going back and forth as they are charging in. Rome trying to hold their lines. Melee combat has begun on this road. See the Roman general pulling back around behind this building. Pergamon general still here. Let's see, are all of the generals still on the battle? Yes, we still have all 4 of our generals here. Oathsworn general here for Tylus, though, is in melee combat, getting fired upon by archers here from Pergamon, taking some Pila volleys also from these veteran legionnaires. Another unit of the auxiliary archers moving over, getting fired upon by something. I don't know what they're getting shot at. Is this artillery still firing? No, they are not firing anymore. Okay, I guess they're out of ammunition. As you can see way back there in the distance, the legionnaire cavalry is still back there. And now we have the Swordmaster General, another unit of Hexbearer. Well, the 1 unit of Hexbearers coming up. Probably getting ready to give more of a push into this center. We have a lot of combat, which let's just keep an eye on here. Take the HUD down. I guess you can watch some of the combat going on around in the streets here. Another unit of, I think that's the Socio Stadi, has now pushed in as well into these tribal warriors. Let's get an eye on, see where the general is at. General, where did he go? I guess he moved around over to there. Okay. Far as the defenders, we do still have some Galatian swords. Actually, we have 2 units of Galatian swords pushing out over here on the flanks. Maybe they're getting ready to, yeah, they're going to get ready to charge in onto these units of the tribal warriors here. Third unit of tribal warriors starting to make their way up as well. A couple more units, no more tribal warriors pushing around. A couple of units of Bloodsworn pulling around over to this direction as also. So it seems that the Barbarians have made their presence over here. They're going to start pushing in on this side. Rome started to push out. They were going to maybe come in and just have a big quarrel over here, but they have decided the betterment would be to just come back and continue defending this choke point here. Cimbri bowwomen still holding here. More units of the tribal warriors being pushed in to here. Have a large presence of defenders here. Let's see what's going on with it. Oh, Tylus General's getting shot. Bad. Oh, he's taking a lot of losses. Tylus General, I think, is going to break here, which will not be good. Oh, there he goes. That's not good. That's not going to be good for Tylus here. Tylus does not have his general anymore. 14.5 minutes left still in this battle. We have a unit of the Pergamon Galatian Sword starting to waver here. Unit of Tylus starting to waver, but another unit of the tribal warriors pushing up. Let's see how we're doing over here. Pergamon Galatian Swords have broken. Tribal warriors starting to get some kills in. Continuing to try and push in on these Aegima Spears. Two units of the archers here for Pergamon getting some good volleys. And is this unit? No, they're not firing. So getting some good volleys in on this big blob up of tribal warriors and Bloodsworn here. Tylus and Swaby are pulling back again. Probably trying to lessen the amount of guys that are going to die here from the archer fire. Pulling back around behind these buildings. Cimbri bowwomen pulling up onto this side. Roman cavalry still sitting back there. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on them back there for you guys. Vigiles are getting some good fire in. Again, more over the top flanking fire onto some of the tribal warriors. We have a unit of berserkers in here. They are out of control. So they are starting to put in some serious work. Tribal warriors here also taking on two units of the veteran legionnaires. Another unit of veteran legionnaires in reserve for them. See, this unit of Velites have moved up with their... Okay, so they still have ammunition. Probably going to try and get some shot onto these Cimbri bowwomen. Cimbri bowwomen are starting to return fire into the veteran legionnaires here. Velites have pulled back a little bit. Actually, they're firing across into the auxiliary archers here for Rome. Let's see what's going on still here. Veteran legionnaires are starting to pull back around behind the buildings. As you can see, two units of the Cimbri bowwomen are starting to pull around. Actually, this cavalry right now would be... This is a perfect opportunity to get to these two units of archers. I don't know if they're going to move. Nope, still just sitting there. Kind of a little bit of a lost opportunity. They would be able to... More than likely, they'd be able to get these two units of bows, at least one of the units of bows, off the battlefield here. Tylus is starting to move up another unit of his tribal warriors around over to here. Pergamon General is starting to move, probably just to move around to his units to give his presence known, to raise the morale of his troops as they are fighting off hordes of... I mean, this is still a lot of infantry here for Swaby and Tylus. I don't really see... I mean, they do still have some infantry here. Not a lot of infantry on this side, though. Just the two units of spears, the one unit of veteran legionnaires on this side. And they have a force of barbarians just staring them down. Combat going on still over here. Aegean spears trying to hold off against these two units of tribal warriors. This combat has been going on for a little while over here. I think that Tylus had replaced the units that were initially attacking here and pulled them back, so they would be able to rest up a little bit. Tylus is starting to push in on this choke point over here as well, taking on veteran legionnaires. Tribal warriors are losing currently. Unit of tribal warriors over here breaking. Berserkers down to 2 men. They will more than likely break as well. We have a second unit of berserkers now getting into combat over here, pushing it into some of the veteran legionnaires and Galatian swords here. Unit of veteran legionnaires and Galatian swords just waiting to see where they're going to be needed. Currently facing in this direction. They will probably turn around and start trying to help out the defense on this side. More tribal warriors just slowly moving their way up into combat. Just look at this. Might not seem like it's that cool of a view to you, but I like this. Just slowly moving their barbarian hordes into combat. I like it. Ooh. Archers here breaking. Where are they breaking from? Cimbri bowwomen getting some shots in here onto these archers. This archer unit is routing, or starting to waver, I should say. They're probably going to rout off the field soon if they don't actually even break. But a unit of archers here from Pergamon getting some good flanking fire into this unit of Cimbri bowwomen. They are losing numbers as well, taking fire. They have now broken. They're not broken, they are routing. Cimbri bowwomen here still firing into this unit of archers, taking fire, but they are going to be able to pull back. So hopefully they'll be able to maintain their composure. Nope, they are starting to rout as well, just as I say that. Swabian General had pulled up into combat here. I think he's just coming back to reinforce. The unit of Hexbearers moving up. These are the guys that you have to worry about. I'll just pull up real quick here. They have 2 abilities. They can drop morale, and I think they also have an attacking ability as well to up their melee attack. So Hexbearers are pretty nasty. This defense is maintained. This defense wasn't even bothered. So we have the Roman cavalry that was way over there, now walking over here. Just going for a little bit of a Sunday stroll. They have this unit of Riders of the Hunt out over here on the field here, so I imagine this unit of cavalry will be charging in to try and get rid of the rest of the cavalry presence from Swaby. We're starting to have some more breaking units. Berserkers are starting to break here. There's only 1 man left in this unit of Berserkers here. He's putting in work here, trying to do the best that he can. I mean, he's ready to go to the gates of Valhalla, drinking with some gods, seeing his friends and family. Let's get over here, see how this defense is going. Still holding strong. Aegean Spears still holding strong. Units of the Pergamon archers pulling back around, maybe to get some more volleys. Yeah, trying to volley down the Cimbri bowwomen. Maybe going to start trying to get some shots in onto these tribal warriors as well. Ooh. Pergamon, the Aegean Spear unit is starting to rout, but they do have another unit here that will be able to reinforce. So that's not that bad of a choke point. They'll still be able to hold there for a while. Veteran Legionnaires are starting to break. Well, not breaking, but they are definitely losing combat. They are fighting, taking on 2 units of the tribal warriors here. Have the attackers broken through anywhere just yet? No, not yet. Cavalry over here was able to get rid of the Riders of the Hunt from Swaby, so Rome is the only one now that has cavalry still left on the battlefield. Both of the generals, well, the one general for Swaby is a melee unit, so cavalry presence is definitely in favor of the defenders. They have 2 cavalry generals and these 2 cavalry units over here. Another unit of tribal warriors are starting to break from the fire in here from archers from Pergamon and Syrian archers from Rome. Getting some good shots in onto some of the attacking units here. Swabian General has pushed himself up into combat. Unit of Galician swords are starting to break. The defenders are starting to dwindle down over here. They have a unit of archers that are going to have to be pushed into combat here against some of the tribal warriors. I don't think this unit of archers is going to survive very long. Unit of the tribal warriors have regained their composure as well, again with the Swordmaster General from Swaby. But yeah, archers are starting to break. The tribal warrior units are starting to break again. Let's see. Yeah, they still have a ton of infantry all over here. Looks like this unit is getting ready to break. They're down a lot of men in that unit. Another unit of archers starting to break here. Unit of archers here starting to break for the defenders. So this looks like it's starting to become a little bit of a problem for the defenders. They're running out of melee troops. They're running out of infantry troops. They have this. Oh no. 2 tribal warrior units have broken through on this side. And but we do have the Pergamon General coming around. I did see that red line, so maybe they're going to try and come around and get into these tribal warriors before they flank in behind this unit of Aegean Spears, because if this breaks, this whole area is done for. It's all over. They have not a lot of infantry units left. A lot of units starting to waver and rout here for Pergamon. A couple of units of Rome units starting to waver and break. Or rout, I should say. They still have the cavalry over here, though. I'm interested to see what they're going to end up doing with the cavalry. Units are starting to regain their composure as they're getting further back away from the battle. Pergamon General did get a charge in. Sorry, I missed that. I was covering it, but I started seeing the flags waver over there. Got a good charge in on some of the tribal warriors. We do have the Roman General coming around as well. We will be able to get a cover of that. Oh, he's changing direction. He is going over here into a massive horde of barbarians. I don't know how good of an idea that is. He's going to get a pretty solid charge in onto some of these Bloodsworn and Swordmaster General for Swaby. But okay, so the General Bodyguard still has not lost any men. They are doing some damage to the attacking units here, trying to get the General back out. They have lost 2 men so far. Pergamon archers have returned to the combat. They are getting some shots in onto the flanks of the Swordmasters and Bloodsworn here. Let's see what the Roman cavalry is doing. Roman cavalry is coming around. Going to come up on this road, I imagine, trying to get some rear charges in here. Well, we do have a unit of Galatian swords that are going to come up and be able to defend these archers at least. Roman General is charging in yet again. Pergamon General did pull around. I think, yeah, there was a unit of the bowwomen over here, and you can see they are pretty much all just run over. So, okay, they did a good job there. Pergamon is doing some serious work. Let's see what he's got. 134 kills so far for that general. But the Swabian General is charging in, trying to catch up the General's bodyguard here from Rome. Rome is still trying to pull his general out of combat. Swaby realizes that he's going to just turn around. And this is where the problem is going to start becoming here for the defenders. Let's minimize that back down. They're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units here in the town center. Roman cavalry did come in here, big charge. They broke a unit of the Swordmasters. Unit of Bloodsworn still here, fighting a unit of the veteran Legionnaires. We're down to about 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this battle replay here. Another unit of Bloodsworn starting to break. The tribal warriors are surrounded by Galatian swords, and they have archers on their back, probably getting some really good shots in on their backs here. Let's see what they're getting ready to fire. They say firing. Where are they firing? They're not firing. Okay, that was weird. Some Swaby troops are starting to break here. Pergamon General, Rome General into combat here. 3 units of the Barbarians have broken and are gone off the battlefield. Cavalry for Rome is coming in. So here we are. This is the last bit of this battle. All that's left outside of the settlement is the German ballistic group, and it seems that they are moving fast, starting to try and make their way into the settlement. Ajima Spears are the first ones in, taking on some of the tribal warriors here. We have a unit of Bloodsworn, and so 3 units of tribal warriors and 1 unit of Bloodsworn here is all that is left aside of the ballistic crew for the attacking barbarian faction. Cavalry coming around as well. 2 minutes left in the battle. Balance of power is definitely in favor of the defenders now. Unit of tribal warriors starting to break. Another unit of the veteran Legionnaires coming in. Big charge in. Legionnaire cavalry with a huge charge in on these tribal warriors. Going to pull back out again. Unit of Galatian, 2 units of Galatian swords making their way in as well, right after the cavalry charge. Are these men even... Yeah, they're up. They're ready for combat. They're fighting. They're trying to do the best that they can here. The tribal warriors have regained composure here. That was a unit that was wavering. I believe this unit was starting to waver a second ago as well. Agima Spears, or Agima Spears. I think it's Agima Spears, putting in some serious work here. Breaking a unit of the Bloodsworn. Unit of Galatian Swords. Another cavalry charge in onto this unit of tribal warriors. Minute 15 left. I'm going to say the defenders are going to be successful, but you never know. I mean, okay, well, 2 units of the tribal warriors are wavering. I don't know. It's just going to be another big cavalry charge. Another charge coming into the tribal warriors here. Ooh. Good charge again. Just knocking down their morale. This unit of Agima Spears was able to get around in behind. And yeah, 45 seconds left. The battle replay. Let's just get over here real quick. Ballistic crew came over taking on a depleted unit of Legionnaire Cavalry, but that's not going to go in Swabian's favor at all. Final unit here for the attacking army, Tribal Warriors, taking on, breaking a unit of the Agema Spears, but there are Galatian Swords, the Veteran Legionnaires, and a unit of Legionnaire Cavalry here. So for this last little bit of combat, last little bit of this replay, let's just keep in here, see how well these Tribal Warriors can do. Just going to take this opportunity here now. If you guys are liking the content on the channel, you know, please continue watching the content if you're enjoying it, like I said. And that's the end of that. So, yeah, just make sure you guys are checking out the content. Hopefully I'm doing the best content that I can to keep your guys' attention. Feel free to give likes and comments on the videos. And if you feel up to it, please subscribe to the channel. Let's get over some of the Army comp breakdowns here. General Bodyguard for Rome, 65 kills. Legionnaire Cavalry, 106, 43, and 278. These are the two units I'm guessing were still around. Auxiliary Syrian Archers here, 54, 116, 62. The Velites, 126. Not bad for a Javelin unit. Societastades, 60. Veteran Legionnaires, 71, 130, 181, 200, 145, 155, 131, 247. So pretty good showing here from the Veteran Legionnaires. That's actually really good. They're all of them are well over 200, well over 100 kills aside of this one unit. Vigiles here with only 8 kills, but they did hold that beginning choke point there for a little while. Charlie 6 Zulu here again, dude. Thanks for sending in the replay. His general, 256 kills. A lot of those were archers. He did a lot of rear charges on that final bit of Tribal Warriors on that right side of the town. Greek Ballista, 111 kills. His archers didn't really, 3 of them didn't really do that great. 56, 88, 43. One of them, 111. Agema Spears, 122, 195, 35, 90, 106, 75, and 149. Galatian Swords, 93, 103, 104, 31, 40, 122, and 112. So overall, well done. I mean, they won, but overall, well done by the Roman and Pergamon forces here. Let's get into Tylus, being commanded by Unclutch or Chronic Masturbator. His general was the one that moved in and was shredded down by a lot of the archer fire from Rome and Pergamon. He only ended up with 49 kills, and we'll just go through the rest of his army is all Tribal Warriors. 207, 181, 117, 75, 154, 139, 126, 184, 187, 83, 70, 412. Woof! Wow, that's crazy. 165 and 156, so really good. 2,300 kills here for Unclutch. That's a beast of an army. If you guys haven't played as Tylus, I'm going to give Tylus a couple of shots now when I start playing it. I'll start trying to mess around with them. And then we get to Swaby here with Bud's Rome. His general, 201 kills. The other unit of Swordmasters, 220. His cavalry really didn't do very much, 38 and 34. His Cimbri Archers, 151, 145, 30, and 58. Hexbearers, 7. Berserkers, 65 and 115. Bloodsworn, 186, 204, 14, and 133. And finally, his Round Shield Swordsman, that was his front line here, 103, 85, 49, 67. As you can see, they just have shields. There's no armor. They're not wearing any helmets or chest plates or anything. And his German Giant Ballista with 163 kills. So, yeah, like I said, it's an unfortified settlement. You don't really see those very often for battle replays. They are quite fun to do. No walls or towers that you really have to contend with, though it pretty much is just an open melee. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the content for today, and I will talk to you soon.